I've also heard that you brought in some new ramp technology also for the Giganto ramp. So what is so revolutionary about it? That's what I've heard, and what's possible with it.
Well, the thing is, working with the back jump guys, just trying to figure out, okay, how can we eliminate foam pits and make it safe? Because what Nitro Circus is about is progression. How can we get people to try stuff that has never been tried, stuff that's might not even be possible, but then be able to try it again the next weekend, the next day at a different country. And our goal is to keep our guys healthy and alive, and we're working with the ramps to make them as safe as possible.
Perfect.
And as big as possible.
As big as possible. We just have talked about it before the interview. You rode the Red Bull Straight Risen on the RMzilla, which is a 500 two-stroke motocross bike in a modern frame. So who got that idea and who built the bike?
I'm a two-stroke guy. I know you like two-strokes as well. It's just, everyone said, oh, you have to run a four-stroke. You can't run a two-stroke anymore. And I was like, why? They said, well, because it's not powerful enough and it's a straight rhythm. So you're just going wide open. It's like, all right. So I got a CR500 motor and put it into a RMZ 450 frame. And I didn't hit a backside the whole day. I overjumped everything. But when I hit the whoops at the end, shift to fourth, that thing was a rocket ship. So fun.
Yeah, I could see that in TV, and you pulled even a backflip with it. And Josh Hansen must have been pretty surprised about it.
I would think so, yes. But Josh Hansen and I were battling and going across the whoops, and I had a little bit of a lead. I was like, I got to flip, but I was going way too fast. So all the way to flat.
Yeah, it looked like your shoulders exploded on the landing.
Everything exploded on landing.
Let's talk about the tour again. We also produce BMX, mountain bike magazines, not only motorcycle magazines. So who is riding from the big names in the BMX and mountain bike scene?
Oh, well, for the motocross, I mean, obviously Josh Sheehan is probably your top guy, but all the main moto guys, Adam Jones and Clinton Moore. Clinton Moore has been on fire recently. This guy's doing some really cool stuff. But on the bicycle side, or the contraption side, honestly, Ryan Williams has been taking everything that we knew was possible and throwing it out the window and just stepping up so big. He's doing 720, 2 full spins and 1 full front flip. Like, it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. He's trying to add tail whips in that. You got the Godfrey clan. These guys just came as contraption specialists at first, and now they're doing double backflip, kiss the desk. They're riding Penny Farthingtons, the bicycles with the big front tires and the small little rear tires, and doing tricks on those. It's just getting out of hand.
Crazy. Yeah, my mountain bike colleagues have seen a video of you riding in Whistler this year on the mountain bike. How did this get along, and do you ride mountain bike very often? Or?
I used to ride mountain bikes a lot. Before I turned pro at 16, I raced the Northern Nationals for dual slalom and downhill. A little bit of cross country. I wasn't in that great a shape, but that was fun. So always like mountain bikes because I learned tricks on BMX bikes and then take it to a mountain bike and then to a motorcycle. So I'm not great on mountain bikes, but I like jumping, so it's fun.
Yeah, it's always good. Did you ever compete in a downhill mountain bike race?
Oh yeah, no, I won. I got third at Mount Snow in the junior expert class, and won one of the races out in California. So not very good, but I could just always do the bigger jumps than the kids in my age group, so it was good.
Getting back to the moto business. My new magazine is focusing mainly on enduro cross, and extreme enduro. And I know you've been riding Erzberg before. How was that experience for you? Will you do it again, or was it one of the nightmare experiences?
It was one of the nightmares that's so horrible that you forget how horrible it was. And you want to go back instantly. As soon as the next day, the next week, you're like, I could do better. And then you get back there and you're thinking, why did I come back? It's the craziest, toughest thing. I mean, David Knight finished this race in an hour and a half. I finished it in 3 hours, and Jeremy McGrath finished it in 5. Like, Knight could have done the race 3 times before McGrath finished, and he's a good rider. He's the king. And you guys is a whole different breed. I'm proud of Mike Brown, who's doing very good in the endurocross stuff, but I think for the most part you need to be a trials background for some of the crazy stuff you guys do.
Definitely. Do you follow that scene a little bit? Do you follow what Graham Jarvis, Johnny Walker and those guys are doing?
I watch it and I just think this looks, why would you bring rocks and trees onto a perfectly good motocross track. But a good friend, Tara Geiger and Jolene Van Voot. So I watch a lot of the girls' stuff because they're always competing, in the girls' endurocross, and it's so brutal, but I love it. I love to watch it. It's like watching a train wreck.
And now even the endurocross guys start doing footplant 360, so that's a freestyle element in it, right?
So cool. Backflips, footplant 360s, so cool. Dude, that was one of the best videos I've ever seen.
So there's still a couple of months to go for the Moto Mayhem tour, so maybe you learn footplant 360s for it.
It's possible. Actually, just as you said that, I was in my mind. I was thinking, I wonder if I could build a small ramp into the foam pit. So yes, probably not though. Don't quote me on that.
Will you be riding at the Moto Mayhem tour?
Of course.
When you're in one piece.
If I don't get hurt, show up early to the first couple of should make it the whole series.
Yeah. I mean, you tried Superman front flips in the beginning of the year. You pulled triple back flips into the back jump. You raced a 500 two-stroke in the straight risen. What's next for you?
Oh, it was such a good year, man. I just, with Addie, our little girl, I wanted to really stay home as much as I could. But when I did an event, I wanted to make sure it was a special. So we did the Mint 400 in an off-road truck. It was so much fun. And then the straight rhythm was such a good time. Didn't really have high expectations this year for results, but just wanted to jump in different things and see what we were made of. So it was a good time.
Sweet, perfect. Travis.
Hey,
thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Final words into the camera for the German, Austrian, and Swiss audience.
Travis Pastrana here with Nitro Circus. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at a show.